So without further ado, because could take a while depending on how much I avoid battle and whatnot. I will be avoiding battle somewhat because it's a long dungeon, and as you can see, we're doing pretty well here. We don't really need the experience. So we clearly don't need the experience, and all the bosses have reset, so we can go straight to them and do our thing. So without further ado, let's start this. This is the first level. There's one boss here, I believe. This is the Cave of the Seven Stars. It's a dungeon on Roke. It's next to the arena for some reason. We are strong. The end of this dungeon is the first of a couple bonus bosses. Bzz, bzz. Ow. Easy peasy. Might be a little bit over leveled for these first couple bosses here. Just a hunch. But you can never be over leveled for the bosses at the end of these dungeons, so... Was there that at the end of the fight? Wow, that's like been our only fight so far, and we got that. Oh, right, I need to get the bot in here for that to happen. Let's do that. Dashboard, join channel. So the bot is in there now, so you should be able to do that command again and have it count this time. So, obviously you can probably see that we're a little bit stronger than we were 2 weeks ago when we did the final dungeon. There's been a couple different steps that have gone into that I'll talk about over the course of the dungeon. Okay, so we've got one boss on the left side of the screen. We're making pretty good time here, so I don't need to be quite that zealous. Yes, you should definitely say it again. We're making very good time here. Wow, okay. Hey Ezri, how are you doing? Oh hey, these guys are persistent. That scythe hits pretty hard. So the first thing I'm going to talk about, as far as these massive combos you're seeing, is the Slayer's Bangle. My week was pretty good. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the Slayer's Bangle, which is heavily customized and merged with itself a bunch. Yeah, the cooldown's over. You can... It's only 15 seconds. But, basically any regular attack you do when you have this, it adds another hit to that attack. Go for it, Rex. There you go. Wow. So basically, see there's a whole bunch of attacks there, rather than just one hit, which makes you kill things a lot faster. And wow, we're getting a lot of these tonight. Twitch won't let you, wow. I have the bot only set at 15 seconds, but that's good to know. The second thing I'm going to talk about is item synthesis, where you can fuse an item with another item and basically get the effects of both. It's used for, it's a type of item creation in the game. Basically, by stacking multiples of the same effect, you can get some pretty crazy stuff in there. And that's a big part of what went into getting this party so much stronger than it was 2 weeks ago. Don't think we're going to be visiting Welsh tonight, because we already have everything we need for this. I made sure I prepared. Like, we're in a pretty good spot here. Wow. Wild Zubat appeared! But yeah, you can stack all sorts of bonuses. That includes... Synthesis is probably the most easily exploitable thing in item creation, because you can just stack bonuses with each other pretty easily. That includes stuff like, for example, the fact that you can put experience bonuses on a weapon, which are normally something you would attribute to a food item, for example. You can synth that onto a weapon and get the experience as a static thing rather than just a couple encounters thing. And you can put that on many, many pieces of equipment and level up very quickly in the bottom levels in this case, with an encounter I'll show you when we get there. So that's why we're like, in the case of Raimi, 170, or in the case of most characters, 120 more levels higher than we were 2 weeks ago. White Eagle Ranger. Mighty multicolored bald Eagle Rangers. Pink Eagle Ranger. So you finally made up your mind, have you? It's always the Pink Ranger with the bro. That is a fact. Deal with it. Oh look, my bonus sword I don't need. There's one down. There's two. And there's the last one. Oh nice, a tri-emblem. Wow, that's awesome. That's gonna be fun later. That's a very rare item. Raises int by... Raises a lot of stats? Never mind, this is the crappy version. This is... Wow, okay. That's so disappointing. Oh god. Basically, there's an item called the Tri-Emblem that massively increases a couple of your stats, and that is not that item. That's a fake. Oh, I think that was all that was on this floor, but I'll double check. Okay, yeah. It looks like that's the only boss on the second level. Hey, one of these guys. So the skeletons here are really useful. They are a source of magical clay, which is gonna segue into another really useful skill I can tell you about, and not item creation per se, but it's in a way creating new items, so hard not to call it item creation. Basically, Arumat possesses a skill, a command skill called duplication, that lets you, as the name implies, duplicate items. So some items take more to duplicate than others, but effectively you can just duplicate almost any item in the game if you can farm enough clay to do it. Like, I don't have enough to do the potent health seeds and magic seeds and all that, so... And I'm not going to go farming right now, obviously. But yeah, basically if you can duplicate an item and then synthesize it with itself, you can make something double as powerful without going to the trouble of making or finding the original item again, or if it's rare, one-of-a-kind things. I don't think you can do it with things that are truly one-of-a-kind, like the items off the bonus bosses don't let you do it, but you can duplicate almost any other material, and that's... So, between duplicating items, synthesizing items with other items to stack bonuses, and other things like that. We've gotten pretty strong here, and we're doing pretty well. Third floor! We're making good time here. Oh wow, there's a treasure chest I haven't opened on this floor. That's really surprising. That might be the one treasure chest in the game I haven't opened. I was actually, like, regretting that I had presumably missed a treasure chest somewhere and didn't get the trophy.
次もこんな簡単にはいかないよね。
With her weapon and Savage Sparrows, we're probably going to be seeing that a lot tonight. Dude, so many hits and so much damage. And with the added on of the Slayer's string, we've got so many hits on top of that. But Aramak got the kill there. He's pretty good. Alright, so we've got to go all the way around to get to that treasure chest. Alright. Oh dear. Oh wow, we're making really good time if it's only been like 15 minutes so far and we're already on the third floor. You might have noticed we're not gaining levels. That's because all 6 characters that I am actively using are at their max level now. Now, let me caveat that with max level is lower for most of the characters than one of the characters, because I haven't done battle trophies stuff for most of the characters since I've only mained one of them. Oh hey, more enemies. Pew pew pew! Bonus board is full again. Turns out I don't care about experience that much. Alright, so basically the Cave of the Seven Stars is basically one big cave of little narrow passages like this. You might say it's a maze of twisty passages all like, you go ahead and increment the bad joke counter for that. Yay. Fight our way past the giant tree. The bad jokes counter has stayed from stream to stream. It's the only one that I don't reset. I think it's kind of a more lasting thing on the stream than how many times we've seen a particular thing in a particular stream. I was playing East's Origin yesterday, and the idols command actually came up because we had an item that was an idol, like a statue kind of thing. What do you know? Hey, new battle trophy. Okay, let's see what's in here. Yeah, I didn't think I got that all treasure chests opened thing. I probably missed one somewhere, but oh well. Not the end of the world. Pretty much, if I got enough Miria battle trophies, she'd start leveling up again. But battle trophies are a pretty severe pain. There was not a boss there. No boss here either, okay. That's a little weird. Huh. That's really weird. I thought there were bosses here. Well, if some bosses haven't reset, then this dungeon might be a little shorter than I thought, but it's still... we'll still make our way through all the floors to the bottom of this place, even though we could just take the elevator to the bottom. Well, that's a wall. Okay, we can go that way, that way, that way. Okay. Definitely got the last hit there. Whoa, okay. Oh, dude. Whoa. You know what? If I'm taking hits while Bacchus completely murders all the enemies, I'm fine with that. Ow, 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 ow. That'll get the job done, guys. Good job, everybody. And that's nothing. That works. Hey, Saber-Tooth Tiger Fang. That's a useful item. When you synthesize it onto a weapon, you get plus 18% on the attack bonus. One thing I have a lot of in my inventory is random things like this. Basically, it's... some weapons are easier to duplicate than others, so you want to get the factors, which you are limited to 4 of on a single item, onto a weapon that's cheap to duplicate, so that you can get that same factor onto multiple weapons, and then you end up with stuff like this, where this has plus 54% attack, this has plus 36%, this has plus 72%, stuff along those lines. And on the other hand, you've got this with 61% int buff, so you get some pretty crazy stuff out of synthesis and duplication and more synthesis. And it's completely necessary to be able to contend with the bonus bosses.
よかった。みんな無事で何よりね。
Jess, you made it! Hello, how are you doing? It depends on the weapon. Generally yes. But there's probably ways to just farm gold, to just farm money that might be a little faster than farming the clay to duplicate weapons. Jess, so we're a lot stronger than we were 2 weeks ago. I'm doing well. I had a great week. I've been telling Rex and Esri how we got so crazy strong very quickly. And basically there's a lot of shenanigans you can do in the item creation, and also a skill that Aromat has called duplication that you can use to really start to break the game. If you'll notice, I've got attack plus 18% factors on my weapons, and in the case of Miria, and everyone has these nice laser suits that are plus 80% defense, which is pivotal against some of these crazy bonus bosses with some of the stuff they can do. How are you doing, Jess? How was your week? Haven't seen you for one of these in a while. Gotcha. Mix. I hear ya. So some of these bonus bosses in this dungeon are basically just improved versions of bosses you've already fought. But luckily we are kind of insanely broken, so these guys probably won't pose much of a threat. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so glad you were able to swing by though, it's been a while. I am, yeah. And he's dead. New trophies. 3 trophies for the chort. Is that Hebrew or Yiddish? Maybe? No. It's... These names are all taken from angels, I think, from the Old Testament, but I'd have to brush up on it a bit. And they back attacked me. So I'm gonna... So basically I showed you how you can start to get like plus 40% experience on a piece of... on a weapon. You can get like 15% on accessories and such, and they all stack with each other. So there's an item, there's an enemy toward the bottom of this place that gives maybe 400,000 experience that very quickly constructs to accelerate your party members' growth when it becomes 2.3 million experience per fight when the fight is easily farmable. Which is why all my characters are at max level.
こういう時こそ
素人か無駄に命を捨てやがる
But basically, almost everything boils down to duplicating an item and then synthesizing the original with the duplicate so you can stack the same bonus twice. Sometimes that's more viable for some items than others, like the more expensive weapons will take a lot more clay to duplicate. Alright. So there's, yeah. Bosses here have all reset.
次もこんな簡単には
And the bonus boss at the end is a little bit stronger, but he may be... Okay. 1 to B4. Alright, for once I'm not going to make a beeline straight for the thing that goes further into the dungeon. So I have to actually remember where other stuff is. Wow. That just looks like treasure chests. It's gotta be a boss somewhere, right? Was there a boss on this floor? There might not have been. Whoa, okay. But yeah, one other advantage to the Slayer's Bangle, which I explained earlier, gives you more hits per attack, is when you're trying to steal items, which is good for mostly for acquiring magical clay to duplicate stuff. You get more steal chances for every attack because you get more hits. So, yeah. Alright. Yeah, this game's definitely very anime. Glad you could make it for a bit, Jeff. 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I'll be starting Darksiders, which is basically a Zelda game. Well, I already started Darksiders, but I'll do the first Saturday night dungeon crawl of it in 2 weeks. Next week is the other bonus dungeon for this game, which is not something I've beaten yet. And I'm still not completely confident that even as powerful as my characters are, that they can beat it, so guess we will find out. Alright. Moving right along. B5. Alright, there's one room that looks like the boss room on the east side, and one on the west, so let's go east first. Welp, that's in the way. That's unfortunate. Gonna have to move that first. Or find another way around. Yes, this part of the dungeon. Moving blocks into place. I think we can go around the top. But there's also one in the top, so let's... no, this is just a bunch of those guys, never mind. Moving right along. We got some platinum from that fight. That's not very useful anymore. Alright. Get this tree out of the way. So the obvious comparison of Star Ocean that comes up a lot is to its sister series, since it started kind of from the developers that had done Tales of Phantasia, forming Tri-Ace and going off to do their own thing. So there's obviously a lot of similarities between the two. Well, that's not a boss. That's just nothing. Well, what's over this way? We can open that passage, and then we can go south and get eaten by a Gru. Whoa, okay, here we go. I don't know if that counter has a future after this game, so... I mean, it'll still be there for the bot, but I don't know that any game will be as motivating as people to use that command. Well, that is untimely. Let's just... Oh, jeez. Whoops. Meant to switch Sarah back out from Yuria because putting So Darksiders was published originally by THQ, which is now defunct. The developer was, I think, called Vigil Games. They were part of THQ. But when THQ went bankrupt, the Darksiders property was bought up by a group called Nordic Games, along with some other THQ properties. And so they're calling themselves THQ Nordic now, so maybe it's like carrying on some of the developers from the original variant of the series. I've played the games before, they're good. It's good to run through them again before the third one comes out at some point in the future. So that... Oh hey, it's a plant. We're making really good time on this place, I'll be honest. I expected this to be going a lot slower. So if we go all the way around, there's a boss in the west room, I think. I didn't even notice anymore. I've seen that animation so many times at this point. No, not the silence again. Yeah, I'm pretty high level, definitely. Raimi's at level 255, the rest are at 200 for the record. But we're gonna have to swap Sarah in, I think, because we're getting silenced a lot and it's annoying. So... move this box over there so we can more easily get back. A lot of that was side quests, I'll admit. Shadows! But yeah, I was comparing this to a Tales series at some point, and it's a lot less balanced than the Tales series generally is. Like, the post-game tends to be competition between how broken you are and how broken the boss is. But what you put into it is really what you get out of it. Like, it's really rewarding to use the item creation systems, which are not something Tales does quite as much. Whereas Tales tries for a semblance of balance, and this series just kind of doesn't. And another boss fight down. Woo! Is there anything north of here? Huh. There's another room that looks like it could be a boss arena. I don't think we've been there yet. But this doesn't actually go there. Tales games, post games tend to be more balanced, yes. Whereas this game kind of expects you to use all the broken stuff you can use for its big time bonus bosses. So that's kind of where they diverged, I think, like... Star Ocean went for into 3D a little earlier, and that was very, very broken and balanced stuff later. Like, to any degree. They first went into 3D, like, when Tales of Destiny, Tales of Eternia were still purely 2D battle systems. And then by the time of Star Ocean Until the End of Time and Tales of Symphonia, they were somewhat similar in that they both had a 3D battlefield. And this game is a lot more intricate than the previous 3D Star Oceans. Oh, there it is again. Alright. Oh right, the north was just like 3 of those plant things. So, we're officially done with this floor already. So, okay. Here's an enemy called a metal scumbag, if it shows up. It did not want to show up here, so I guess we'll see one elsewhere on this floor. But it's the source of a lot of experience that you can get. I might have mentioned it earlier. And basically you can... It's a very strong enemy when you can first fight it, and it also has a tendency to run away. But you can equip an item called a Scumbag Slayer that is nope, that's a completely different enemy. Never mind. But you can equip an item called a Scumbag Slayer that's capable of one-shotting it. And, yeah, you use that, Did I get the last hit there? We will find out. And yes, I did. Alright. Oh hey, there's a mini-map I should be using. Okay. Huh. Well, that's blocked. Alright. Oh, okay, you can do that. That would have been easier to see in the first place. Oh, those. Okay. Basically, these guys have some pretty crazy buffs on them, and you want to do anything you can to get rid of them, so... That is what I did, casting Void on it. Alright, let's keep going. It looks like I'm gonna need to go this way? This opens that way.
我が信仰の敵。こういう時こそ。
That's funny, they think they can block this. That's hilarious. So here there should be a boss, yes. Custom Newt. Custom Dragoon. These are bosses from Lemuris and Cardianon. Oh jeez. I'm flying. Not in a way I want to be. Oh god. There goes the bonus board. Too bad he didn't have the health to last long enough to do more than obliterate my... My poor bonus board. I will take vengeance for it. There it goes. That didn't take very long. Red Dragon Scale, that's a rare item. And that's another boss done. Let's heal up after that because reasons. Alright. Oh, that's an enemy, okay. Did not see him there. That will work. 7 floors. So, this is kind of lost since I already did the work of gathering up all the stars. But you go through this dungeon, like, first you get to the 7th floor and get an item there. Then you take that item to each of the other floors and use it on each floor to get another item. And then once you have all 7, you can open the door to the sanctum at the bottom of B7. Which is pretty tedious. And there was a lot of work in between those steps to be able to survive. Thankfully, it is not the bonus dungeon from Star Ocean 3 called Sphere 211. Guess how many floors that place had? Over here, nope. Oh crap. Crabs! It had 211 floors in it.
行かないよね。
Hey, you made it. Good to see you. I'm on the 6th of 7 levels in this dungeon. This is the Cave of the Seven Stars, a dungeon on Roke. Where I am presently going through all the areas and showing the bosses that have reemerged. That's a portal back to the entrance, which we do not need right now. We certainly do not need that. Let's go around here. Looks like it's the other side that that thing opens from. Sadly, I cannot look on the other side, but that might just be a barrier. No, that's definitely something that should be movable. Camera! So yeah, I explained some of the item creation systems earlier with synthesis and duplication. I think you're already familiar with most of those from other Star Ocean games, right? Cool. So let me just load out right now. Looks like this. Been going pretty by the book here. That's probably the number of battles fought, I would guess. It might be battle trophies. No, it's not battle trophies. There's not that many battle trophies in the game. Oh, so I go around that way. Oh, this place. Sadly, did not memorize all this. That's happening quite a bit with all these last hits I'm getting.
無事で何よりね。
Whoa. So is there a boss here? There is not. Okay. This is not a room that has a boss in it. Noted. Crabs.
ここが攻め時よね。
素人が無駄に命を捨てやがる。
Oh hey, there's a metal scumbag here. These are the guys that when you fight a group of several of them, they can give out a ton of experience. They can be on the strong side and they run away. But if you can kill them quickly and have the XP modifiers on all your gear, you level up very quickly, which is how we are where we are. 2 weeks after I beat the game at level 80.
よかった。みんな無事で何よりね。
Well, they got the jump there. So 1 floor below this is where Gabriel Celeste is. He's the boss of this place. This is going to be a second form, which is slightly stronger than he was last time I fought him. But I think I'm a good bit stronger than them too, so shouldn't be too bad.
次もこんな簡単には
Oh.
いかないよね。 見つけた。
This is not a boss either. Okay. What am I doing? Fireworks.
次もこんな簡単にはいかないよね。
Wow.
見つけた。
And that's basically how this dungeon plays out, with a lot of moving, finding the right way to approach the block to get it to move out of your way. So you can get to the next place and move toward where the bosses are to get the items you need to proceed. Here we go, here's a boss. Wrathful Tamiel. Welcome friends, I've been waiting for you. Funny because in Star Ocean, the first game, they actually succeeded in their attempts to revive Asmodeus. Because they spent this whole game failing at it on Earth. That guy sure can take a lot of damage to the face. And it's gone. And inconclusively, the boss fight ends after that, after taking out one of his minions. Alright. If my intuition is correct. Maybe not on this floor, actually. It's probably on the next floor now that I think about it. Here we are on the final floor. This is a pretty big dungeon, as you can see. Wow, we're making really good time here, being on the final floor in an hour. That will suffice. No boss in the north. To the west we go. Savage Sparrows is an incredible attack. You only get it in the sanctum of this dungeon because it's that good. No boss in the west, okay. I think there's only one boss left in this place because it's gonna be the one of the Grigori super versions that we haven't fought yet at this point. And it's gonna be in the east because the south is the main sanctum and that is the main boss in it. Which we don't want to go to just yet. Yeah, he is. He gets the spotlight's all been on Raimi here, but Aramat's got some pretty crazy hits with his attacks. He's definitely getting more than FaZe did when he was in the party. Whoa. Oh hey, it's another metal scumbag. And he ran. Oh well. Don't need the experience anymore. Wow. Dead.
素人が無駄に命を捨て
When I originally went through this dungeon, those buffs were so strong that, like, it would take forever to kill them not doing that, but apparently I'm strong enough now that they don't matter as much. Fireworks. And now I'm over here. Shot that gorilla right in the butt. Take that, Harambe. There we go, here he is. Barakiel fallen. Yeah, that's gonna happen in these fights, I'm sure. Alright, let's go to a melee character. Well, that did not work as planned. Let's go back to the old standby. So he's at his most vulnerable when he's on the ground like that, but you don't have as much of a window with ranged characters to hit the right spot, so it's easier to use melees for this part. Not a whole lot I can do to protect my bonus sword at this point. When bosses want to break it, they're going to break it. There we go. That's how you get the DPS across there.
ったみたい。
All right. Alright, now we head to the final boss of this place much earlier than I anticipated. But that fight could probably take a while, because he's got like...
見つけた。
Thank you, thank you.
我が信仰の敵。
A decent amount of grinding and item creation went into getting the characters to this point, so it's good that people are enjoying the sights. Well, here we go. Pardon us for the intrusion while we're coming to beat your face in. Edge, don't act like you're gonna be in the fight.
こんなところで。
Whew. That got ugly fast. I'm not actually sure he's been a bonus boss in every Star Ocean game, but this guy is the reason that I didn't play Star Ocean last weekend. It took a while to beat him. Like, I could not get things prepped in time. Also every Valkyrie profile, right? So I wasn't sure if he was like from Valkyrie profile or... Gotcha. Right, because the original Star Ocean was before the original Valkyrie profile, so that would make sense. Wowzers, that was rough. In the combo, I'm not sure. Maybe. I didn't get a good look. No chance. I came prepared. Oh, that was timed wrong. Did not see that my party had died. But oh, jeez. Yeah, this guy don't mess around. So even if all 4 of my characters had died, you can bring in reserves when your characters do die, so I wouldn't be quite dead. I'd have another chance to use my items that revive the entire party. Edge is level 50, Lemel is not very high level either, but Miracle and Sarah are both high level, so I have 6 characters that can handle themselves here, and 2 that cannot. think. I probably went Miracle here for melee DPS. There we go. Timing. Yes, okay, safe. Boom! Boom! That is how it's done.
お願い、もう立ち上がってこないで。
Whew. He has a third form that is even stronger than that I don't know if I will ever see. And, I mean, this is early, but... Ah, that was all I had for tonight. However, since we're still going, like, I have another game that I've been waiting for a Saturday Night Dungeon Crawl to do that we could just do next week's crawl this week, or the crawl for what's 2 weeks out, I guess, because next week is the other bonus dungeon in this place. And I do not have the stamina to do the Ethereal Queen tonight after that. Like, one Star Ocean bonus boss per week, please. But yeah, that's Gabriel Celeste. So I'm gonna save my game. And then I could probably go ahead and boot up Darksiders if people are up for it. Oh, what do you guys think? Up for some Zelda-style dungeon crawling? So, Gabriel Celeste is not at the end of next week's dungeon. Someone even worse is. Just to put things in perspective here. I saved, right? The Ethereal Queen is going to be even crazier than that. Tell your brother I said hello. It's been a very long time. Yes, it's gonna be even crazier than that, like, even stronger. So, if only. Alright, so I'm gonna take a 5-minute break and come back with Darksiders booted up, which is Zelda-like, and we're gonna do a temple in that. Sound good to everybody? So the stream's gonna cut out for a few while I iron that out and go get something to drink.